Hello everyone and welcome to my new tutorial, another one in FM8. This is going to be on a kill the noise style bass, which is seen to be quite a hard sound to make. So I'm going to show you how to make one. It's not exactly what I'd use, but not any one specific, but it's kind of the sort of thing. And this is what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like. It uses everything apart from the input, but yeah, uses everything. So I'm going to go new sound and run you through how it's made. So first thing you need to do is enable all of your operators. Now go into your operators. Number 1, i.e. F, you're going to put to 8, which is 3 octaves up, I think, and the rest of them you're going to put into 0.25. So hang on a moment, this is always annoying because it takes absolutely forever. Right, there you are. Now you're going to have to drag up on all of them, all the way from each one to F. One moment. So that's what it should sound like at the moment. Next thing you have to do in the operators thing is run it through X and Z, the output, and disable the one you had before. Make sure they're turned on, so by right clicking on them. And then go on to Z, which is the filter. Put the cutoff all the way up, resonance and spread all the way down. So with Z we haven't actually changed much, but one thing I do like to do occasionally is use a filter to manipulate the sound in a different way. But yeah, anyway, you can use that if you want. But X is the important bit here, and that's the saturator. So pull the level up to about 90 and gain all the way up. So you get a bit more click to it now. So I think that's everything in the matrix done, I think. So now if you go to the envelopes, now what you'll hear if you play this, you'll get this sort of click at the beginning and end of the note, and that's just when the wave's cutting off immediately. So to get rid of that you need to have just even a very small decay time there, and then you have to link it to all the other ones so it's the same on absolutely everything, and that includes X and Z. So now there is no click, I'm hoping. So that's the operators. We're not the envelopes even, and we're not going to use them to automate the sound itself. That's what the mod wheel's for, and I'll do that later. But an important bit is the master bit here, and unison you're going to put 5 voices on. Make sure G-tune's on nothing. Ooh, one thing I forgot. This is important, very important. Make sure everything's on key sync. Otherwise the sound changes as you play it. That was probably quite loud, sorry. And so that just stops you getting phasing. And so once you've got 5 voices, make sure it's on mono. Add some digital quality to it with this, put it about 20. Feel free to take it up to about 40. But I wouldn't venture above 50, it just gets really, really distorted. Unless of course you're going to 80. Which is where we're heading it later, basically. And then lastly, portamento, which is glide. Put it to about 7-ish. So just a very subtle glide to it there. Not that important, really. Onto the effects. Most important thing will be the cabinet. And the one you're using will be right the way up to bass WR horn. And then put the size to about 6. Not drastic there. Bit of air, bit more bass, and then some treble. And the shelving EQ, you're going to add quite a lot of bass really, and then just a bit of treble. And on the peak EQ, you're just going to get an R sound like that. So it's got quite loud again. And lastly, I'm going to use some overdrive, which is not really essential because it doesn't actually add much to it. But I just like to do it. Feel free to add more effects, but I'm leaving it at that for now. Next thing you'll need to do is the modulation bit. This bit's sort of where it gets exciting. So you want to cancel the modulation that was there from the modulation wheel to the pitch, double click on it, and instead find the mod thing here, line it up to A to E, and drag all the way up to 100 on those, like I'm doing now. So now when you play a note, you'll find you get this sort of pure sine wave, but a bit more distorted. Now that's not really a kill the noise sound, but in a moment you'll see when you drag the mod wheel up, you'll see some interesting things happen. And that's most of the sound really. You can actually sign an LFO to these operators if you want, but I've just kept it at the mod wheel because it's easy and you can customize it more. Just looking for anything I've missed. No doubt there'll be something as soon as I turn the camera off, as is the way. But that's all you really need to do. So enjoy the sound. I think it does sound quite a lot like Kill the Noise, in fact. But yeah, please subscribe if you want more stuff like this. And visit my Facebook and SoundCloud if you have that sort of thing. And goodbye, see you another time.